What's up, my pilots? Angryponcho here. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas Old World Blues. In this episode, goodness, I'm moving quick. Got that light armor on again. We're gonna head out to the Big Empty. This place is kind of nice. Kind of a nice place to visit, really. Something sticky's on my W key. How gross.
I wouldn't even use binary to describe my exponential hatred for you.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. There's an enemy there. Let's see. What weapons have we got on hand right now? Oh, let's just go to town with the fire axe. This, sonic emitter that we were given is not a particularly good weapon. Oh, but look, he's bringing me a better one right now. Yeah, you want some? Come get it! Come get it! Wonder if I can kill this guy without taking a hit. That would be impressive. Yeah, come on, come on. What? Oh, he blocked it. Oh, that was close. Oh, you almost got me, and you dropped your weapon! Haha! You're done! You're done! Did not take a hit. That was beautiful kiting, beautiful micromanagement. Very pleased, very pleased. And he brings us a proton axe, which is kind of cool. We're going to collect those, actually, as we go through here. And I'm going to pick up the lobotomite mask and goggles, even though they're not really good for much. They're kind of collectible items as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so check this out. Proton axe. Damage 47, which isn't as good, actually, as the fire axe. But it's actually, like, halfway broken. So it's probably better than the fire axe when it's fully repaired. And the reason I like the proton axe is because it's actually useful as a repair item for a really good weapon that we're going to find later. My actual favorite melee weapon comes from this expansion. Oh, you have a gun. Hello. Let's see if I can draw you a little closer. Here we go. You'll regret that, buddy. Come here, you. Now remember, with a two-handed weapon like this fire axe, my, oh, what perk is it? I forget the name of it now. Anyway, we have a perk that gives us, I'm going to be careful with what I pick up in this expansion. I don't want to fill up on random junk. I'm going to prioritize picking up stuff that's special for this expansion. Anyway, I have a 30% chance of getting a knockdown on every swing with a two-handed melee weapon like this. So it's going to become a big part of our strategy. Now, we're headed to that building over there, which is Higgs Village. Which, someone shot me from behind. From over there. I could tell from the way the screen shook that there wasn't one of these tools in front of me. Come here, you. Let's try and use that pipe to get cover from the guy with this gun. And knock the rest of these guys around with our fire axe. Well, I took that guy's hand off with my fire axe. I don't know what we picked up that gave us the ability to disarm people so well. Or if that's just the way the game naturally works when you hit someone in the weapon with a melee weapon. Oh look, he's bringing us another axe. Very nice. Oh, we got a knockdown on the first hit. That doesn't even seem fair. So these lobotomites are not particularly dangerous. I will remind you all, we are playing on the hardest difficulty. Very hard. So I don't want to hear any whining about that. Let's see. What it really comes down to is that I've built this character very well. It was well planned in advance. So I haven't gimped myself by picking the wrong perks early on, or spreading out my skill points into too many different things, or anything like that. Any of the many ways you can gimp your character. We're going to take this Saturnite Fist. It's one of the unique weapons to this expansion, along with the other proton axe that we picked up just now. I'm going to go ahead and repair those together. There we go. We'll keep the fire axe. Okay, let's see. DPS 117. Damage 58. Oh, it's got a lower damage, but a higher DPS. The fire axe can actually use a little bit of repairing. So the two of these are actually close together. But the melee weapon that I like best is not just the proton axe. It's the special version of the proton axe, which is, I think, the universal proton axe. I think that's what it's called. It's pretty cool. Look at all these little lobotomite goggles. Alright, I'm going to make a full... Oh, goodness. I'm going to fully repair one of those, and then the rest of these I'm going to drop. Okay. Now, don't repair anything together in a stupid manner. There we go. I don't need that. Alright, so basically I now have a few items that I can use to repair other things. Like, for example, Joshua Graham's armor. You can repair it with a lobotomite jumpsuit. Pretty cool. Alright, good stuff. Let's keep moving. So we're headed over here to this warehouse, which is... Well, oh, hello, Night Stalker. Didn't see you there. What great knockdown. One hit. Or he just flips upside down. That's so funny. I don't want any of that. I wonder where he came from. Where are the Night Stalkers living around here? As I was trying to say twice now, we're headed to Higgs Village, which is this warehouse here. That was the home of those crazy brain jar scientists we met back when they were humans. So I guess 200 years ago? This was before the Great War. Yeah, if it doesn't remind you of Tranquility Lane, you must never have played Fallout 3, because it's so similar to Tranquility Lane. But I actually really like this area. This is one of my favorite parts of this expansion. I'm kind of pleased that... Oh, the game crashed. That's fine, we'll have an autosave right when I come in the door. Alrighty then, I called it. There's an autosave right here. And like that quest marker says, we're here to try to find any trace of Gabe in Higgs Village. This is a quest given to us by Dr. Boris, who asked us to look for any sign of his pet dog that he used to have, which apparently he still has sentimentalness toward, even though he is now a robot jar, and I'm getting thrown off by this minigame by the fact that my mouse is appearing over there. I'm not used to seeing it in this minigame, and it's making me get distracted. Okay. We'll take all of these. I'm still learning the interface here because it's not the same as Skyrim. For some reason, take all is A, exit is E. I guess it's like A for all, E for exit, but yeah, it's weird. If you want to actually take stuff, it doesn't feel right. Something's wrong with that button configuration, but I don't know how to change it. I think it's mapped to whatever keys you have as action and left arrow. I don't even know. It's weird. Hockey mask. I wonder if that's a reference to the pint-sized slasher. Wouldn't be surprised at all if it was. Yes, there's another hockey mask there. I'll take those, thank you. So, oh, look at this fence just plastered in front of the wall here. Honestly, that would probably make it a lot more livable of a space. So this is actually pretty nice. I like this place because it's sort of a sanctuary, even within Old World Blues. This is the Big Empty is kind of a dangerous place. A lot of experiments gone awry. Lobotomites and Night Stalkers and robot scorpions, which we've yet to meet. And so this place sort of just feels safe and homey, and I like that. I like that atmosphere. All right, so we're gonna go around door to door. So there's 6 houses here for the 6 doctors, which, if you're doing the math, includes Dr. Mobius, our villain. So here's house 0, or 00, which would be Dr. Zero's house. Or Dr. O or 0, I don't know what it is. I don't know what he would even want us to call him. Exit. Okay. So here in Dr. O, Dr. Zero's house, we're looking for a skill book recipe and an audio sample. With the... hello. Oh look, there's broken books, there's burnt books in here too. This will be a side note for later. We're going to want to have a whole bunch of destroyed books at some point. Check this out. We've got posters of Robert House with knives stuck on them. Doesn't that kind of make sense after his little rant about our Pip-Boy getting mad about us bringing that Robco garbage into his place. Alright. Looks like what I'm looking for is not down here. I actually like this area better than Tranquility Lane. I thought that the escape hatch combination that you had to click to get through Tranquility Lane was just dumb. Like, how would you ever find that on your own? You had to just talk to everybody, and not very many people in that expansion were super interesting to talk to. The eyeball monitor. Here we go. Audio sample giant tarantula. That's actually... okay, you know, a calibration file for the sonic emitter, as I was saying. Take the jukebox and you can recalibrate the sonic emitter for new effects. Basically, you gotta put one of those on the sonic emitter for it to even be a decent gun. Anything The vanilla, like the default version that you're given, is just simply not very good. Alright, so we got our audio sample. Where is... There should be a skill book recipe around here somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is. So I have a list, because I have a bunch of different things that I wanted to do in this... It might be in the desk. Nope. And a bunch of different things that I wanted to do in this expansion, all throughout Old World Blues. The Big Empty. I didn't want to miss anything, so I made a list. I wrote everything down. And so I know in vague terms where everything I want is. I know it's in this house. Let me just look for it. I feel like it's just going to be laying around. I probably missed it from being dumb. Like it's sitting on a counter somewhere and I'm just not seeing it. I do that kind of stuff sometimes, it seems. Huh. Oh, for a second I thought the handle on the fridge was shaped like a Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle. I was like, wouldn't that be hilarious? It would be kind of awesome, actually. It would make sense canonically. It would be good, good advertising for them. It's not like on the floor behind this guy, is it? Nope. It'll look like a holotape. One of those... Well, I haven't gone in all the rooms yet. That might be part of it. Bottle cap. Is it laying back here somewheres? Burnt books. I got mattresses up on the walls. I don't see a holotape buried in the burnt books there. That looks like a painting of Higgs Village. Or of one of the houses of Higgs Village. That wall texture looks pretty terrible. Good lord, that resolution looks like something from the 90s. Step it up, Obsidian, step it up. I must be missing it. It must be somewhere obvious. We will keep searching. There it is. Look at that. Because I suspected it might be on this one downstairs. I didn't look on this one. Recipes, repair skill book. So basically, Old World Blues, the Big Empty, contains a recipe for every single skill book. And they're one use only, unfortunately. But what that means is we can now create one copy of every single skill book, assuming we collect enough burnt and destroyed books to craft them. We also need Wonder Glue, I think. So we're going to need a crap ton of Wonder Glue and destroyed books, which I think we're going to handle that all at once at the end, once I have all the recipes in hand. But we will be picking up a lot of these as we go around, and that is the first one. There are 17 skills, so we're going to have to collect 17 of those. That's the first one. There's also 5 audio samples to find, and that's 1 of 5 for those. We got the tarantula already. Which house are we in? I didn't pay attention to the door. Hello. Why doesn't it tell me? Oh, I'm in 101. It says number 101 up there. Yeah, this is Dr. Klein's house. And this one has one of our sink projects in it. Also a wet bar. Kind of hilarious. So the sink... I already displayed my confusion with there being a sink in the sink. But in general terms, when I say the sink... That looks like a dragon letter from Skyrim. When I say the sink, I'm referring to that entire abode, not the actual kitchen appliance in that abode. A hot plate right there. Hot plates are like crafting spots for your survival skills. They're the same as what? I just picked it up. That's not right. It must be the wrong kind of hot plate. Yeah, it is. It's not the one. It's not the one I thought it was. But there are some that are stationary that are actually replacements for campfires. Okay, we'll keep looking here. So there's a whole bunch of holotapes around the wasteland, or around the Big Empty, as was explained in the last episode. And they contain the personalities of the various components of the sink. And we need to find those holotapes in order to use those components. Don't want any of this stuff. And one of them is here in Dr. Klein's house. There it is. The book chute, which is kind of apt. I was just talking about this. It's the book chute project that is going to allow us to craft all the random books we find into usable things. You can turn them into blank magazines, and then, oh, here we go, Dr. Klein's glove is also in this house. People were telling me I needed to collect all the gloves. I'm not sure if that was a joke or not, but there's a bunch of different varieties of gloves in this expansion, too. That kind of cracks me up. Good lord, Dr. Klein's got wine in the bathtub. He's got wine all over the whole house. Ah, and more mentats. I'll also be picking up every single box of mentats I see, because why the heck not? Alright, that's all for his house. And then here we go to number 102. This is actually Dr. Mobius's house. And you're actually supposed to be able to figure out... Here, let me go back and explain real quick. You're supposed to be able to figure out from context clues whose house is which. Now, I don't know if there's anything in the mailboxes. Ah, Tales of Chivalry. Cool. So this is Dr. O. He's the real timid guy. And you're supposed to know this is his place because he so clearly hates House, the creator of Robco. And he's the one who rants about your Pip-Boy when you first talk to him. And then you're supposed to be able to tell that this is Dr. Klein's house. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can identify anything. Well, Dr. Klein's glove is on the shelf here. That would be enough of a clue for me. And then here to 102, there is a dead person in front of the house. Maybe a villain's house, maybe a coincidence. What's on top of this? I thought I saw something up there just then. There's another skill book recipe in here. It's the one for the science, Big Book of Science. Not sure where exactly it is. Let's see if we have any clues that this is Mobius's home. We don't. Is that? No, it's flour. I thought it was mentats. Oh, mentats. I'd love to play this expansion as a mentats addict. I think that would just be a hilarious way to do this bit. I was actually considering becoming addicted to mentats just for this segment, just to demonstrate how it would not be a problem, and that there are so many mentats in this whole area. All the big empties full of mentats. There's, whoops, I'm sitting in a chair. Fine. Oh, I can't look down any further? What the hell's the point of sitting down if I can't look at the floor while seated? Weird. In the wardrobe here, we got casual wear. I don't see any strong signs that this is Mobius's house yet. No scorpion schematics or anything. But there's red lights. Oh, we want wonder glue. There is red lighting coming from everywhere else. And it sort of seems a little bit more intense than some of the other places might. Don't want any of that. Bottle caps. Look at all the mentats. So this guy's clearly a mentats addict. And I think it's mentioned at one point that Dr. Mobius is a mentats addict. Like, I think a few of the scientists here are, but Mobius, I think, is the one who's most known for that. Ah, there it is. So we have our second recipe added to the science skill book. Also, looks like broken heads-up displays there. So I guess beyond the... Oh, I think part of it might be that Mobius's monitor is broken. And these two monitors look just like his eye monitors, and it's the same one that's broken. That's part of the hint, I think. But then beyond that, I guess you'd mostly have the mentats to go on. I'm not sure if there's anything else here that would really make him stand out as the owner of this house. If you guys know anything else, tell me in the comments. On to the next one. Let's not forget why we're here. We're looking for Boris's house. Here's 103. This is the one. Dr. Boris's house. So let's see if we can find... There's actually another skill book recipe here. This is the one for science! Mentats. Thank you. There's bird cages. There's your hint. Boris is identified to us as the guy who works with animals. That's actually the first thing that Dr. Klein yells at him about. He tells Boris to translate something you said, and he refers to you as an animal. So the fact that there's bird cages around might clue you in that this is Boris's old home. Upstairs, bottle caps and a Rexo cleaner. This painting, I can't tell. Again, the graphics look like they're from the 90s. Dinosaur! What did I just step on? Goodness, there's a knife on the floor. Freaky. Oh, pre-war books. There we go. The medicine skill book is there. Yes, I think the bird cages would probably be enough of a clue if you knew that he was the animal guy. This is also where one of the queen-sized beds is. This is one of the two houses with a queen-sized bed. You can come here, sleep in this bed, and get your well-rested bonus. Which, hell, I'll do it. Typically, you can just avoid sleeping in the big empty. and your sleep meter will actually get stuck at 0, and it won't increase while you're here. So if you're playing hardcore mode and you feel like taking a little bit of an exploit out of it, you can just never sleep, and you'll never need to sleep while you're here. Just a little bug. The sleep timer doesn't start ticking by itself until you actually sleep in the big empty. So here we are in the next house, 108. This is, of course, Dr. 8's house. You can guess also because there are 8 paintings on this wall, and there are 8 clocks on that wall. I don't know if his jukebox does anything. I suppose it just plays music like the other jukeboxes in the game. Now here in Dr. 8's house, we have a few things to find, because he's the guy who's associated with sound. So there you go, the jukebox should be your hint that this is Dr. 8's house. There's also an invisible plate here. Or maybe it fell on the floor. Yeah, 8 plates. Look at all the coffee mugs in a row. That's kind of hilarious. And radios and such. So this is definitely 8's home. That much has been made clear. Broken ham radios. Oh, another hockey mask. Oh wait, let's take that with us. So we're looking for a sync project, an audio sample, and some other fun stuff. Here we go. Audio sample, opera singer. Yes, it's another one, thank you. I think every time you pick one of those up, it tells you how to use it. And here's our sync project for the jukebox this time. Very nice. And if you come in here to where his queen size, it's actually a regular bed. It's queen size, but it doesn't trigger as a queen size bed, so you won't get the well-rested bonus. Underneath his bed is a hard lock on a suitcase. So much easier to pick those than in Skyrim, with 20 pre-war money in it. Very nice. We'll be taking that with us. Again, the textures of the torn wallpaper, for some reason, are very low res compared to the rest of the walls. And here's 104, Dr. Dalla's house. I think it'll become clear in a moment what your hint is supposed to be, that this is her house. The one serious thing we need here is a skill book recipe. In this case, it's for the speech skill book. There's some wine. Hello, mentats. Just mentats on a dinner plate. That's hilarious. I'll take the Sunset Sarsaparilla, thank you very much. Okay. Whoops. Hello. What are we doing? Get out of there. I was trying to turn the light on. Oh, I hit caps lock. That's what it was. Alright. It's actually too bright. It's glaring off the walls. Alright. Yeah. Whoever lived here really likes teddy bears. That much is clear. Recipe for the speech skill book. And there's more on the bed, along with some sexy sleepwear, if you're into that kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's about it for this house. If you, was that it actually? Yeah, that is. If you want to, you can take one of these teddy bears into Dr. Dalla, and you don't have to, I think it's past the speech check that I passed, that allows you to identify her keen... Actually, I'll take one anyway, just in case there's more dialogue to be had with it. If you have a teddy bear from her house, you don't have to pass that speech check that gives you your notice of her keen interest in your biological functions, which led to me stretching languidly in the last episode. Hello, this is a doghouse. This must be Gabe's old house, right? G-A-B-E, that would be Gabe. And if we can take Gabe's bowl with us, and that will be enough of a trace, I think, for us to call that a day. Actually, let's see if we can find more evidence of Gabe in X8. No. I'm going to take this back to... Where's the way out? I think it's up there. Far behind the house here. I'm going to take this straight back to the think tank, actually. I want to go ahead and see if I can get any more dialogue for my teddy bear and dog bowl. So I'll meet you guys back in front of the jar brains. Alrighty, then we're back here in the sink. That's Dr. Zero. Dr. Dalla.
And you return as curious as a teddy bear. Are you stuck in a looping gesture of greeting?
A looping gesture of greeting?
Looping, yes. It is a scientific fact that hormones drive a percentage of lobotomites into recursive behavior patterns. We haven't researched this, as my colleagues care little about the behavior patterns of lobotomites once their brains are removed. It is why so many are littered around the facility, like skinvelopes, discarded after they are peeled open and the contents extracted.
Y'all are really gross. What recursive behavior?
It varies according to the number and density of lobotomites that have infected an area. In 43% of observed cases, two lobotomites left alone will fight for dominance or inject bodily fluids into each other's orifices.
Ugh.
Unsanitary. I have tried to observe more cases, but subjects seem unwilling to release bodily fluids in my presence.
I know that feeling. I wouldn't want anyone releasing bodily fluids around me. I have a real teddy bear if you want it.
Whatever for?
I don't know, you kept talking about them. I thought you were into them.
No, I like teddy bears.
You were what? I don't get it.
Teddy bears come in many sizes. Your size is what intrigues me the most. Some say that teddy bears can't be living, breathing things. They are wrong. They are large biological forms, breathing, heaving, snarling, coughing. Lobotomites are my teddy bears. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before. Let's move on.
Very well. If you're certain of your conclusions, my little teddy bear.
Well then, that's enough about that.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite. If you want.
I tell you what, I don't want this teddy bear. So... how do I... No, that's not right. How do I drag it around? I know there's a key I can press to, like, hang on to it. There, it's the Z key for some reason. Oh, good lord, why am I flinging it about? I'll just leave that there for you. And we actually have another quest open at the moment. Oh yeah, let's talk to Boris about his dog. We found the dog's bowl. That's Dr. 8. Boris!
The lobotomite returns! What insidious plan can it have brewing in its horrid mind? What commie anti-American propaganda will it spew?
I brought you your dog's old bowl. Isn't that sentimental?
What? Oh, something familiar about it, yes. Is it a Cazador skull? Always were bowl-shaped. Or were those the Bolians we made? I confess, I am stumped. If you were to draw some other connection between that bowl and a research facility in Big Mountain, I may be of more help.
Okay. So apparently that's not enough for him.
Until next time, then.
So, yeah, he doesn't... I guess I have to continue the quest as it's stated, rather than talking to him. We do have another quest here, which is picking your brains, which then starts us to speak to Dr. Klein, mostly to talk to him and learn his personality.
I can hear your penis-tipped feet tromping around.
Oh yeah? Ha ha ha! I'm going to tromp my penis feet all around you.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
So angry. Anyway, I would be interested... Well, that completes the quest, just talking to him. Nice. I'd be honored if I could hear any knowledge that the think tank has to share on science. You guys have one thing going for you, and it's science.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
Right. Well, that's enough about that.
Yes, a most goodbye.
He's mostly the guy who yells at you and gives you quests. I don't have much interest in his personality, to be honest. He's sort of the butt-that-must character in the group. Okay. So that was good. Let's pick up our next level here. So I've been debating about where to put points for things here. I got my science up to 90 so that I can pass a skill check at the end that requires a science of 100. I'm going to have to remember to eat a magazine before we wander into the final confrontation with these people, because we're going to need to be able to convince them of a few scientific things. Now, we need our energy weapons. I think I'm editing this all on the fly because I have a few different things that I'm trying to do. And basically, I think I can probably push my energy weapon specialization back just a little bit, because our melee weapons are still very effective. So I'm actually going to make another change from what's on my list here. I'm going to only put 4 points into energy weapons. That way it goes up to 75, so that's the requirement to handle most of the really good energy weapons. I don't know if any off the top of my head that require 100. There are some, but I don't think I'm going to be looking for them. So the rest of my points... Oh goodness, I have 12 more. Now, I had this all meticulously planned. Let me think here. Now, lockpick is already high enough. Well, I could bring it up to 90 to... No, it's not important for the time being. I don't think there are any very hard locks in the big empty. None come to mind, at least. Let's see, I don't want to raise repair melee weapons anymore, because we're going to get skill books for them. There's always choices here. Okay, I guess sneak would be the best place to drop the rest of these points. Now, we are actually going for a perk in unarmed, so I'll tell you what. I will put 6 of these points into unarmed, and 6 of these points into sneak. And my idea there, basically, is to kind of split the difference between the two. Because we need to get our sneak skill up a little bit for a couple of the sections in this area. And the reason I'm raising unarmed is because I need an unarmed skill of 70 to take the Slayer perk, which lets us attack with melee weapons 30% faster. So that's a pretty great perk. It basically increases your DPS by 30% because you can swing that many more times. Okay, we're now going to take the Sniper perk. There we go. You have an additional chance to hit an opponent's head in VATS, which is very nice. That's going to give us an advantage of being able to strike from farther distances with energy weapons. And a lot of energy weapons are actually... The laser weapons are quite precise, but layers, which are... I don't know what they stand for. Laser Advanced Energy Rifle? Something like that. They're actually a bit iffy at long distances, so it's good to be able to use VATS with them. So that's why I've taken Commando and Sniper on the last 2 levels, to increase our percentages in VATS.
There is no standing on the green pipes. If you are standing on the green pipes, please get off them at once.
Oh goodness, I think I may have been standing on a green pipe earlier. I feel so naughty. Maybe I should just stretch languidly. Alright, that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching Let's Play Fallout New Vegas Old World Blues. In the next episode, we're actually going to get down to business and start heading towards one of the 3 big technologies they asked us to retrieve. See you guys then.